Celebrations have begun in India after the ruling Congress party conceded defeat in parliamentary elections. The opposition BJP is on course to secure the first parliamentary majority by a single party in 30 years. Well, I'm joined now by Siddharth Bannerjee, an international policy researcher. Good morning to you. So it's a huge achievement, given, as I just said, no party has won a majority for more than 30 years. How has Narendra Modi managed to achieve this?
I think it's on the back of a strong anti-incumbency feeling that was permeating throughout the entire country, especially amongst the young voters, of whom there have been almost 100 million voters who have been added to the electoral rolls since the last election in 2009. And of these newly added cohort, it's a very aspirational cohort. They are extremely ambitious, and for the last 10 years, the Congress party-led UPA government was not delivering on their promises of jobs and economic growth.
Now, he's made a lot of promises during this campaign. He's travelled the length, the breadth of the country. He's also got to be seen to deliver now. What are his main challenges, do you think?
I think his main challenge is that the fact that he's kind of a polarizing presence. His background is from a Hindu nationalist, it's called the RSS, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh background, and getting people on board with his ideology, not just in terms of religion and so on, but also economically, which is very pro-capitalist, in a country where, you know, close to 50% live under the $2 a day basic poverty line. I think that's going to be his biggest challenge. Yeah,
I was reading that a huge number of jobs need to be created under this government, millions, because of the sheer numbers of young people coming into the labour market.
Absolutely. It's a sort of demographic time bomb in a sense. The thing people don't understand is India did grow at 9–10% over the last few years. That's slowed down, but not that many jobs were created. So it was kind of top-heavy in terms of the economic growth and a lot of natural resources and so on. But in terms of jobs lower down in the service sector and so on, that's going to be the challenge, how to create those jobs.
What about this election? In the past, there's been a lot of controversy about how fair elections have been in India and the pressure that people have come under to vote for certain parties. Has this election come out well on that front?
Overall, I think it's been free and fair. There have been a few incidents of violence and so on, but that's never not going to be there in a country like India. They also this time interestingly used exclusively electronic voting machines across every single polling booth in the country. So that was a nice advancement since the last election. But the biggest issue there is the role of money in the campaign, and it's now India is considered the second most money spent in any election. Close to 3 to 4 billion pounds have been spent, and the problem is the candidates can only spend 70,000 pounds on their election, but the parties themselves can spend a lot more. So a lot of it goes in terms of, you know, maybe not bribes directly, but a lot of, you know, buying, you know, cooking oil or giving a TV here and there, and
incentives.
Incentives, as we call it, exactly.
The Prime Minister, David Cameron, has tweeted congratulating Narendra Modi on his victory. He says he's keen to work together to get the most from UK-India relations. How is Narendra Modi seen abroad? Is he a leader that most people want to work with? Well,
I mean, until recently, Narendra Modi was denied a travel permit or a visa to come to either UK or USA, and this is based on his involvement in the Gujarat riots of 2002, where over 1,000 people died. Now, countries don't have a choice. He's the democratically and with a huge mandate. He's been elected as the head of one of the most, you know, up-and-coming economies in the world and most populous democracy by any yardstick, so they will have no choice. They will have to work with him, and my hope is that he, you know, is okay with that. He's okay to thaw the relations in that sense. But UK is a big destination. There's a lot of Indians here of Indian origin who support him and who have contributed money to his campaign and so on. So they'll be eager to see him here.
Okay, Siddharth Bannerjee, great to talk to you. Thanks for your analysis.
Thank you so much.